welcome back to the Wildcat Way. My name is Miss Barker and I am bringing you a fun video today. But before we get started, I just want to say really quickly, thanks guys so much for watching these videos, and a special shout out to Mrs. Thomas for creating this channel and this platform that we are able to have a little fun with you guys during this time. So today we are going to be doing something fun. I'm going to bring a little piece of my life to you, and we're gonna go check out my dad's building. So my dad started this fun hobby that he has worked really hard with and turned it into a business, and he has started to raise birds. So we're gonna go down, we're gonna check out the different types of birds that he has and get to see the life stages that they are in. So this is a special little video too for my kiddos who was supposed to go to the Columbus Zoo this year, but since we can't go see the animals, I thought I would bring some fun animals to you. So if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's go to the bird farm. See you there. All right, we have made it to the bird farm, and we're gonna go inside and meet up with my dad and get to take a look. So come on. Welcome to the bird farm. We're here with my dad, Jeff. We're gonna ask him a couple things really quick. So say hi to the people.
Hi, Wildcats.
All right, we're gonna talk really quick. So what kinds of birds do you have at the bird farm?
Right now I have full-grown pheasants, baby pheasants, and baby quail.
Awesome. So we got 3 different types that we're going to be looking at. And so I guess let's start with, why did you want to do this?
Well, I was having a little trouble getting birds for my dogs, and it started out as a hobby. Now I do it to sell them.
All right, cool. So we're going to meet first our 2 stars of the show, which are the dogs that kind of started it all. So we've got Diesel and Diesel Jr. So bring on out. Hi. All right, come here.
Whoa. Here, come here.
So get a close-up on him. All right, this one is Diesel Jr. He is 1-year-old. And then we have Diesel, who is 7. And Diesel is a certified hunting dog, correct?
Yeah.
So talk about him and what he's done.
Well, he's been an amateur champion, and now he just hunts for fun.
So they keep us pretty busy around the house, and they are the ones that kind of go and hunt the birds. So we're gonna put them back really quick, and then we're gonna go take a look at the birds.
We're gonna go to the first pen where it all begins, is where they start laying eggs, and we'll gather some eggs up.
Got the gloves ready, let's go.
In here, as you can see, you got the hen pheasants, and I got 2 roosters. The roosters are the colored ones.
So if you kind of start looking, you can see different eggs. So we kind of come in, we just pick them up, and we just kind of put them in here, and then we'll show you what we do with them afterwards.
They kind of blend in a little bit. Go and wash the eggs, and we'll take them to the incubator room. She's now washing the eggs and putting them in the racks. We collect the eggs for about 7 days. Then after 7 days, we'll stick them in the incubator. And the reason we do that is so we have enough racks to mount to make enough eggs. That's roughly 4 days worth of eggs. that I've gathered up. Okay, and then in here, I've got them written down on the first two top rows. I put them in May 5th, roughly around 4 o'clock at night. And you can come in here and see these. And then the bottom row, I put in the 13th. But that's the eggs, they automatically turn. And they'll rotate back and forth so they do all the yolk don't stay to one side all the time. Okay, so we keep the eggs, the pheasant eggs takes about 24 days to hatch. We keep them in the incubator for roughly 22 days, then we bring them over here to the hatcher, and we'll put them in the last few days before they start hatching. But anyways, we'll put them in here, and then they'll stay in here. We run the humidity up a little bit higher, and they'll stay in here for the last 3 or 4 days until they're all hatched. And then once they hatch, we go to the brooders. And these are baby quail. They're Tennessee Reds. But roughly, these are Tennessee Reds. We have Bob White quail down here. I roughly have 700 or to 800 chicks in here.
This little guy's got an injured leg. So what do you do with the ones that get injured or kind of have a hard time?
You just got to let them play it out. I mean, some will survive, and then some won't.
Okay, so I think probably a lot of kids want to know, how do you get food and water to these birds to help them to be able to survive?
So right here, they're on automatic waters. They got floats that raise the water up and shut it off when they get there. They'll stick their heads through here and drink. Feed is over here. We fill these up. Same thing. They'll stick their heads through and they eat the food. When they're babies, we use bottles inside there because you can't, they'll come through here, but you'll use bottles. They're real easy to drown if you don't have chick feed bottles. And I keep feeding them there when they're babies. So here in another couple days, they'll start using the outside feeders and waters. But right now, I still keep them inside there for them. The brooder stays roughly 100 degrees when they're born. I'll keep out there for a week. Then every week I drop the temperature down 5 degrees to get them acclimated. Then in roughly 5-6 weeks, you don't need any heat on them. But when they're babies, they need to be roughly 100 degrees or so inside their broods. And then, like I said, after every week, you drop about 4 or 5 degrees for about 5 or 6 weeks.
Next, we're going to go take a look at my favorites, which are the baby pheasants. So you can see this little guy. He was trying to fly and get away, but he's not ready for that. So let's go check out the rest of his friends over here.
These are roughly 2 weeks old. Baby pheasants. There's roughly 35 of them in there. I put them on straw, but they eat the same feed. They eat a high protein feed too, at 30%, and then water. That'll help them. But they're getting close to flying right now. They're starting to get all their feathers.
Yeah, and they are very unique too in their feathers. So I don't know if you can kind of see, but they really are just a very unique type of bird. So are these pretty rare, or are they common in our area?
Pheasants are not so much here. They tend to stay north of where the glaciers come down. There's something about the soil. The soil's got more acid in it down here. But roughly from Cambridge north pheasants are native birds. They're down here too. They used to be down here a lot more, but they don't seem to take off down here. They'll live down here. I've released some. They'll stay around here for a while, but they tend to head north, up where the glaciers were where it's more flat. Quail are native to here. The cold winters back in the 70s took them out. There's still some. That's why we kind of raise them here and we hunt them. So the ones that doesn't get harvested will be out there, and hopefully it'll replenish the quail population around here. These here are a little older. These here are about 3 weeks old. There's not near as many. This was the first hatch I had. Well, I guess the second hatch I had. These here are a little more rambunctious birds. They're getting bigger.
Yep, so not probably ones we really would be able to pick up and hold too well. But you can see they're trying to jump around and fly a little bit more than the other ones, just because they're getting bigger. Okay, Dad got one.
Yeah, they got way bigger legs.
But still got that same feathering that they do, and they kind of keep that as they grow up.
Yeah, you can see their new feathers are coming in compared to what the little ones are.
All right, cool. So now we're gonna go check out kind of when they're full grown a little bit more. So you saw that earlier when we were going in to get the eggs, but we're gonna go in another room and kind of see some of the adults and them running around. So let's go see them.
Okay, these the big red one here, he's the male, and then the other ones are all females. You see they still got a couple eggs laying around.
So just like in the other room, this is our second room that we have them in, and so there's a couple more eggs. I'm gonna go ahead and grab those. But yeah, you can tell they are make some funky noises. So not like a typical chicken, but they have their own unique noise, and you can tell they're very speedy in how they run around. So, but the coloring on this, say the male.
That's the rooster, yeah.
Yeah, so the rooster, the male, has actually got a really neat coloring. You can see their feathers still got the same colors from when they are babies. So I guess the other question is, why do they have, you can see on some of them, their skin is showing, so some of their feathers are gone. So why is that?
During mating season, the males get on their backs and mate, and they'll use their claws and they'll pull the feathers off of them. It's just the way they mate. That's why there's multiple hens to one rooster, so they don't really hurt the hens too bad.
All right, so we're gonna finish off taking you outside to see the fly pens that Dad has been building. This is where, when they're fully grown, they're gonna go out so they can start flying and then get ready to be sold. So let's go check out the fly pen. All right, so you can see behind us, this is one of the fly pens that's under construction. So what do you use these for?
Well, this is mainly for the quail and chuckers. I don't have any chuckers right now. June 2nd, I'll get more chuckers. The quail I'll put them in the pens where the pheasants are. I just got the pheasants in there now for laying eggs. But when the quail get about roughly 8 weeks, then they can be in a fly pen. So what I'll do is put a hole through the wall so they can come in and out. And there's 3 different pens here. So the 2 rooms that we was in where we was collecting eggs, each of them are the back 2 pens, and then this front pen I'll have for the chuckers. That's just so they'll fly, so when you take them out to the wild and if you hunt them, if they hunt them or whatever, at least they can fly.
Yep, and then you can see down there is our second fly pen in construction. So what's this one going to be used for?
This is for the pheasants. It's a bigger pen. like I said, you kind of let it grow up because them pheasants will knock down all that vegetation in there. That's a pheasant pen.
Much for coming on our little virtual field trip to the bird farm. Dad actually has named this after his 2 grandsons. So your business is called
E&L Game Birds.
E&L Game Birds. So thank you guys again. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something, and we will see you later. Bye-bye.